Just got down to the lure hunting spot for the third hunt of 2026. Got some line here. Let me try and see if it has anything on it. Well, there's all the line, and it's not look like there's anything on it. Alright, I got the first actual find here down the crack, and that is a rusted off snagging hook. Alright, y'all, just found the snagging hook, and next find is a Pixie. Actually, very good condition. Hook's rusted out, but doesn't have any corrosion really, and looks pretty good. Alright, y'all, just up from that Pixie, have a line right here, which leads to another snagging hook. I'll just have to sit on my camera to get out, but there's some more lead to melt down along with the other snagging hook. Alright, y'all, the finds keep coming. Just after that last snagging hook, got a giant snagger here with a swivel. Pretty neat for some good lead. Alright, y'all, not that long after that last snagger, and in a crack here is, of course, another snagging hook. Well, just more lead to add on to my pile that I already have. Alright, y'all, just walking across this flat area of rock. We got a very good find right here. East side, call it very good find. A nice P-line, probably crippled herring. Or not crippled herring, but definitely a pretty good jig. Swivel, hook is rusted off, but this is definitely still usable if I want to. You might not be able to hear me the best, but just looking down this crack here and saw some pink. And it is the plastic body of a Pixie. Let me see if I can reach and get it out without hurting myself on fire poles and stuff. That one's definitely seen better days, but I'll take it along anyway to get it probably thrown away or just keep it for no reason really. Found a 2.5 pound gym weight, I think. Not sure what it's called, but like what the style's called, but pretty cool. I'm probably gonna keep it for a nice kayak anchor. Alright, y'all, just right there, that is a piece of lead. You can instantly tell by the very light color, but yeah, there's a piece of lead to melt down to reuse. Alright, y'all, just found something here, and that is a old crocodile, but you know, could probably paint it and still use it. Right after that, I just saw this shiny stuff here, which means it's a fly, and seems like a very old fly because it's missing most parts, but I might be able to use that cap to tie another one. Alright, y'all, just in this crack here, see a 7/8 ounce pink flying sea. Not the best condition, but still could be usable if I put a hook on it. Alright, y'all, just saw this laying in the rocks. It's actually a decent find because that is a crab gauge. Pretty good. Alright, well, spot number 2. Just found this sticking out. Looks like 2 fishing hooks. RL2 rusty old hooks. Got some more fishing line here going underneath a rock. And it has a weight, it seems like. Let me just rinse this off in the water. Ah, there's a nice cannonball sinker. Alright, y'all, just pulling up to spot number 3 or 4, and there's already some line on a rock here. Probably has nothing because it's too high to have, but yeah, that's nothing. Alright, first bit of line here. Right after I turned off that first recording. And just an empty piece of line. Alright, got more right here. Just have to follow it. And more empty line. Alright, y'all, got the first find here. Just a piece of line, which goes to some single rusted hooks. Alright, y'all, got find number 2 right here down the rocks. A snagging hook that I can melt down and reuse that lead. Alright, guys, just saw this piece of wire, which means that's a snagging hook that I can melt down for lead. Alright, y'all, first lure at the 3rd spot, which seems to be a flying sea in pretty good condition, 7/8 ounce. Hook is actually still existing, but not good. Pretty good find, though. Alright, y'all, just checking out this rock structure here, and right here seems to be some orange, and it is another 7/8 ounce flying sea. Actually in pretty good condition. Alright, y'all, just spotted some yellow here. And that is the plastic body of a Pixie. Pretty good one, actually. Rinse it off. Yeah, pretty good one still. Alright, right here it seems like I got another set of single hooks. Yep, that's all it is right there. Well, this is a pretty good find here. Got some pliers, which are still opening and closing. Don't really find pliers too often, so yeah, pretty good find. Alright, I got some more line right here, which just leads to a single hook. Alright, more line, and it leads to, if I can get it, 2 split shot sinkers. Alright, just see some fly tying material right here, which most likely means, yep, there's a fly, actually in decent condition too. Alright, got more line right here, and it just leads to another single hook. Alright, y'all, I don't know if this is in the tarp here, but there's a snagging hook, and actually came right out. Nice lead. And a swivel. Alright, right here is another snagger next to a leader, which leads to another snagger, but 2 nice snaggers to melt down. I got a giant snagging hook right here, actually in good condition, so I can still use that one. Then, right behind it here, I got some fishing line, which leads to a single hook that's all rusted off. Oh, here's something interesting, a big treble hook. Yeah, pretty neat. Well, this is interesting, pretty useful. A gaff link point that has every part to it, so you get a handle. Well, I was just looking back in this little crack here, there's a piece of, well, not a piece, a snagger. I'm gonna see if I can get it with the gaff that I found. Right there, another chunk of lead. Well, it seems that people here like to golf and hit the balls into the deeper parts of the water. Here's 1 golf ball, 2 golf balls, 3 golf balls, and 4. There are 4 golf balls right there. Let's see if I can find any more though. Alright, also I just went back to look for something that was left behind earlier, and under this rock, you see that? That is a gaff handle. And that there is a full gaff. I saw one too. So in really good condition, like almost brand new, and still very sharp. Very, very good find. Alright, well, here are all the finds from today's video. Spot 1, we got the P-line herring jig. The crocodile is all corroded. The pixie that's definitely not usable anymore. Flying sea that I could put hooks on. And the pixie that I could replace hooks if I wanted to. Also got the 2.5 pound like gym weight or whatever, and also a crab gauge for measuring crab. From spot 2, all I had was a small little cannonball weight, still usable though. Then from spot 3, got a pixie, 2 flying seas, a good pair of pliers that still work, as shown there, 4 golf balls, big treble hook, and a big snagging hook. And then some swivels from all spots. Probably the best find altogether was this gaff, and then also the just gaff point or head, whatever you'd like to call it. And also got the rusted out fly and fly part plus 2 split shots. And then from all spots have the snaggers, which I could just all melt down, and then some trash. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. See you in the next video.